Hello and welcome to another episode of Endless Adventures. Today we're reviewing Aer Lingus A330 on a flight from Manchester to Orlando. Welcome back to Terminal 2 Manchester Airport for this Aer Lingus flight to Orlando, Florida. It was around 8 AM when we got there and the terminal was pretty quiet as we headed on to security. As you can see, security was also quiet and we were through within a matter of minutes. We just grabbed a coffee and a quick stop in WH Smith's and headed straight to gate A10 where our aircraft was already waiting. Here we have 15-year-old Golf-Echo India Delta Yankee. And just like that, it was time to board our 9-hour flight across the Atlantic. Once on board, we headed to row 32, where on this aircraft Aer Lingus operate a 242-seat configuration. Don't be fooled, we were just one of the first ones on board. This flight was completely full. On arrival at the seats, we were greeted by a little cotton pillow and some complimentary headphones. Once seated, we get our first glance at the back of the seat, TV monitor and the generous legroom available on board. The monitor pulls out and is a little on the small side. We also get a tray table, just a standard one, nothing extra, nothing fancy, and a little coat hook to the side of the monitor. The USB port is located at the end of the armrest, one on each side for either passenger. And once again, enjoying the generous legroom. Really impressed with this aboard the A330. So while we're waiting to take off, let's have a quick look at the monitor. There's a wide selection of films, decent selection of TV shows, quite a few games, and everyone's favourite, the interactive map. All touchscreen and sufficiently working.
Our way towards Liverpool, across the Irish Sea towards Dublin. Heading west overhead Ireland before crossing the North Atlantic towards the United States. We're expecting mostly smooth conditions en route today, flight time in the region of 9 hours and 5 minutes. Possibly just a few light bumps mid-Atlantic, but nothing to be concerned about.
So after takeoff and settling down for a movie, we were well on our way, just past the west coast of Ireland, and were eagerly awaiting the food service. And bang on cue, here we were served a can of beer and some pretzels. And one cool little feature which amused me was that you had to use the TV entertainment system to control the reading light above your head. I just thought that was a really cool feature. And on to a quick loo review. Just an FYI, I'm not sat down doing my business. I just had to sit down with the seat down just to get low enough to show you how dirty it really was on the bottom of the floor. Not a lot of room in there, so that's why I had to sit down to get low and show you. Yeah, really not impressed with this, and I think my face coming up in the mirror says it all. After a thorough hand wash and some sanitizer, it was time to tuck into the meal. It was a lovely little pesto salad, which was really tasty, along with delicious beef casserole, bit of carrots, potatoes, and a bread roll. Dessert was just a plain vanilla mousse with chocolate shavings on the top and a little cup of water on the side. Once the dinner service was out of the way, I popped to the back of the plane to help myself to some refreshments, and as you can see, the cabin is completely full on the way back to my seat. Soon after that, we were relaxing with a game of golf on the in-flight entertainment when the crew brought round some ice cream. As you can see, it was really frozen. Nonetheless, an enjoyable and welcome dessert. And as you can see by the flight map, we were almost there. It was time for afternoon tea. A nice sandwich, piece of cake, and a nice cup of coffee. And just like that, 9 hours had literally flown by, and it was time for our descent into Orlando MCO International Airport. So after what seemed like the quickest immigration entrance ever, it was off to pick up the hire car and onto the car park for our first adventure. So overall for Aer Lingus, first time flying them, first time on an A330, they weren't too bad. Comfy enough seats with enough leg room. Food was decent, a little bit grubby on the insides, but you get what you pay for. It was a decent enough flight. So here we are, Orlando International Airport. Just landed on Aer Lingus A330. First time on the airline, first time on the type. Beautiful day. We've got an extreme 4 days here, a couple of days on the theme parks, a couple of days plane spotting, so that's how we roll. And then thanks for flying Aer Lingus with us. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe.